Kia ora tātou, ka mihi atu au kia koutou katoa, and welcome to a roundup of the financial results for year 2017 for NGAI Tahu Holdings. So if you ask me what has been the performance for the year, I would say a mixed performance. Overall, pretty solid, but as you'll see in some of our results, they weren't so good. If you think about why does NGAI Tahu Holdings exist, our core purpose, first and foremost, is to protect and grow the putia. And pleasingly, we've grown the putia from 1.3 billion of assets through to 1.4 billion of assets. So that's a good result. The second reason we exist is to provide a sustainable level of distribution across to Te Runanga o NGAI Tahu. And I'm really pleased that we've grown the distribution from 44 million last year to just short of 50 million this year. So, that's a great result. Where we didn't go so well is the amount of profit that we generated out of our portfolio. And there's varying reasons for that, and let me quickly take you through each of those. So overall, our net operating surplus, that was down from last year's record high of 104 million down to 65 this year. And if you look at where we had the variances, firstly in NGAI Tahu Capital, you'll see we recorded a deficit of $9 million for the year, all from our investment in Watson & Sons, which had a loss for the year, and it's our share of that loss that we've recorded. Worst honey season on record. NGAI Tahu Property had a significantly reduced amount of operating profit because we did much less residential property development. We've come off the high of Christchurch residential property development, and Auckland property development is yet to kick in. Pleased to see NGAI Tahu Farming return to profit. Last year it had an operating deficit of around 2.5 million. This year it's in profit by about 6 million as our farms have got more mature, and of course the Fonterra dairy payout price has risen substantially. So that's great to see. NGAI Tahu Seafood, just another good solid year. We generate strong cash out of NGAI Tahu Seafood, mostly from quota sales into China, and it continues to perform. And finally, NGAI Tahu Tourism, which has had a record year, driven a lot by acquisitions that we've made, but also very strong tourism numbers that are visiting New Zealand. So continued good performance from them. So in summary, the portfolio mixed result, but very solid. Operating surplus down, but portfolio in total's grown and sustained and grown the distribution. Great. Good example of portfolio management and the advantages of having a diversified scale portfolio that we have. So looking forward, what do we expect? Well, we've had a period of pretty good tailwinds behind us. And if you look at the last 5 years, we've had return on equity average every year of 18%. That's strong performance. We don't expect that to continue. The tailwinds are going to turn into slight headwinds, and we expect that the portfolio performance will come back to a more normal level, probably returns around 9 to 11%. But the beauty of having an intergenerational portfolio is that the distribution will continue to grow. So 2016 distribution of 44 million, growing this last year to 50 million, and the budget for next year is more like 57 million. So that's really good sustainable performance, and we can't see any storms on our horizon, and we have absolute confidence the portfolio will continue to perform.